Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Hey, everybody. How are you? Welcome to the podcast.
Mahou Mikan podcast.
Yeah, there's the Mikan. That's our
There's the
mascot.
Mikan. Mikey made this by hand. By
It's
hand.
just a thing. Sorry we've been gone for a week and a half.
hmm
Nina was out of town.
Yeah, I was with the fam for my birthday, and then I
Mhm.
got stuck because of the snow.
We're supposed to hydrate.
Hydrate.
Yeah.
Oh god, are you gonna make those slurping
Do you want me
noises?
to? You're making me hydrate. I don't want to.
My new e-girl cup.
Yeah, Nina loves it. I get pictures of it a lot. All
I'm
right.
using it all day.
So today is like Q&A, get to know us. So
Mhm.
in case everyone gets shy or doesn't think of anything, we have a backup list where we're just going to ask you to pick a number and we'll pick something from the list. But ideally, you all just ask us questions about us personally so you get to know
Mhm.
us, not
Mhm.
just like anime weeb stuff, you know?
Yeah, which is we did that for the first episode, kind of.
Yeah.
But this is just kind of in general. We're just chatting,
Yeah, you really didn't
and
learn
ask
anything
everything.
about us the first episode. Other than terrible anime
Oh,
taste.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Episode 0.
Oh yeah, because we also don't know. We might be wrong about the title. It might not even be number 4. We about let me look. About 10 minutes and 15 seconds ago, we were both like, "What should we title this?" And I was like, "The cameras aren't set up yet." I was like, "I should set this up."
Oh no!
Oh, that's funny.
Our socials are swapped.
Um,
Thanks. Thanks. I didn't even notice.
can I fix that? I don't know. I tried doing it this way. I tried I tried doing it this way so we could see each other because normally we can't. That's fine. You two
It's
know.
okay.
You all know. Do you want me
It's
to
okay.
you want me to get stupid? I'll put a text box on the screen and put like little arrows that go back and forth. My God, I want to do that right now. Nina, entertain
Oh.
everyone while I do this stupid
Okay.
idea.
All right. Ooh. Oh, you have this cup bun? I'm sorry the lid broke. I almost got the bunny one, but I was concerned the ears would stab me in the eyeballs. But it was so cute.
So cute.
So cute.
Where's my box I just made?
Ooh, we're getting questions already. Oh, for those of you on Spotify that can't see the screen, we usually have our social media under our videos, but we're swapped. So Mikey's social media is under me, and my social media is under Mikey.
Well, if you're on Spotify, you can't see that anyways, so it's
Yeah.
fine.
So I'm
So
just explaining what's going on, just to keep them in the loop. It's okay.
my stupid idea is not working, so don't worry. Hey
It's okay.
Lex, how's it going?
It's fine.
Hey
Yeah.
hey everybody, I'm looking at the chat for the
Hey
first time.
yo.
Oh man, enough.
Okay.
We're hitting anime questions already.
Anime is important.
Anime is important, but we can't only have anime questions tonight.
We'll get there.
The point of
We'll get
tonight
there.
was to learn about us.
Okay. So, I mean, we are learning about us still, technically.
Okay, let's start. Let's start answering these. You ready? If you could be
Yeah.
any anime character. Oh my God, it's flying down the screen. Okay, hold for a second. Hold for a second. We got to catch up. All right, Nina, if you could be any anime character, who would you be?
If I could be any anime character.
Yeah.
Um,
We can rapid fire these ones because it's just going.
I don't know though because I'm stuck. Wait, no, I got this.
You got this.
Let me look at my figures.
I'm gonna shot in the dark. I'm just gonna make it easy on myself. I'm gonna say Chico from Love Live.
Oh,
Yeah.
you basically are Chico from Love Live.
No, I'm not. I'm Daya. Go on.
Anyway, I'm gonna say Maka from Soul Eater because she's a fucking badass.
Okay.
It's just, I mean, she carries a giant scythe. Who doesn't want to do that?
Yeah, weapons
Who
are your
doesn't
priority.
want?
Okay, we gotta keep it. The chat's going too fast. Favorite anime
okay.
this season?
Skate Infinity. So far, it's got to be Skate Infinity. It's so fucking good. I love those boys so much already.
I'm not in love with this season. I'm just watching Non Biori right now, to be honest.
Really? There's so many good ones this season.
Yeah, I know, but you know.
I guess you're not watching like One Piece or Jujutsu Kaisen
No, I'm
or
definitely watching
Doctor Stone.
I'm definitely only watching Non Biori and Quintessential Quintuplets. What have you read recently? I don't read. What's your answer?
Mikey can't read.
Yeah.
We both can't really read. I just absorb the vibe of the words. I haven't really read well.
I'm reading a book that you told me to read. I just
Oh
started
yeah,
it,
that
though.
counts.
Yeah.
Talk about that while I try to remember.
You talk
what I'm
about it
reading.
because I don't know the title. I don't know that stuff.
So Mikey's reading My Lesbian Experience with Loneliness. I had to look bits back there.
You had to look it up.
It's a really, really good graphic novel.
It's probably the only thing I've read in 10 years.
And I'm reading One Piece. Can we count manga? Because I've just been reading like One Piece and Soul Eater. I just got a book by my favorite science fiction author, Nendi Okorafor, I think her name is. But it's an autobiography thing that was published through TED Talk. But it's all about how she became a writer.
Oh, thanks for subbing.
And
Thank
stuff.
you.
Thanks,
Thank
Bun.
you, Bun.
Yay! But yeah, that's up next for me as far as reading goes.
Do I have any siblings? If so, what?
Oh my god!
Thank you, Em. Thanks for subbing. Thank you for coming too, everyone.
Yeet!
I have a sister. She's 9 years older than me, so that makes her 28. I think she's 28. She's 27, or sorry, 37 or 38. She's one of the two. So, but yeah, I have a sister. She lives in Chicago. She's got a big fancy job. It's way fancier than mine. She's a chief officer of her company. But yeah, I do have a sister. She's way older than me. No wonder you like Orimo. Okay, anyways. SJK Sarah says, if you could be any kitchen utensil, what would you be? What do you count as a utensil? Can I spread it to pots and pans and things?
Yeah.
I want to be a coffee press. It's like fancy, but it's like very bad at its job, you know?
It's slow.
Yeah.
I want to be a spork.
That's fair. I knew you were gonna say that.
How did you know I was gonna
I
say
just
that
knew
I
you
want
were
to be
gonna
a
say that.
spork?
I'm reading through the chat. There's so much to read. Okay. Is it if you could legally murder one person a year, who would your first victim be and why? I don't know the answer to that one. What do you want me to say? Jeff Bezos? I mean, I'd just say it.
Oh no, he's gonna shut down our podcast.
Yeah, there goes our Twitch.
I think I would just slowly work my way through the 1%.
Yeah, there you go. So Jeff Bezos is your answer then. No, Elon Musk is your answer.
We missed what made us want to start the podcast?
Oh, that seems like a real question.
These are all real questions.
But like a real serious question.
Okay.
Not what utensil you want to be.
I thought that was fun.
Yeah, SJK's fun. Okay. You start this. You answer this. I mean, it's probably a lot simpler an answer than you think. I mean, it was legitimately like me asking Nina, do you want to start a podcast about anime? And Nina saying, yes. This roots back far, though. I started a podcast very briefly with my business partner for the car stuff for a while, and that's how Stephanie and I really got close, because she and her boyfriend Matt, who's like really, really important job in the car world, went on it with us, and we did a few others. But it kind of fizzled out. My friend Naz was going to do a podcast with me, and then she got really busy with work. But she streams on Twitch, and it's just something I wanted to do for a really long time. And then I was like, Nina, let's do it.
Let's be smooth brain weebs
Yeah, I
together
mean, that's how it
in
works.
front of other people.
That's really the answer.
And then I said yes because I don't know. It just seemed like a good, fun thing to do with my friend Mikey, and it'd be inspirational and nice, and
Yeah, okay, yeah,
something
that's the
that
real
isn't
answer.
just me sitting in front of my computer
We wanted
doing nothing in
we wanted
particular
to do
all day.
something fun during COVID and meet new people and help spread the word for other people on Twitch. That was really it with the guests and things.
Yeah, we wanted to help the community connect.
Exactly. Keely said that, yeah, my sister and I are not blood related. We're both adopted, actually. So we're both adopted like 9 years apart, and our parents are Italian. Just so you know. Best way to cook eggs.
Over easy. Hands down, you need the yolk.
I really like eggs Benedict, which I guess would be poached, right? That'd be the answer.
I guess poached eggs
Similar.
would be the superior one. I mean, over easy eggs are just easier to make. To me, anyway.
Yeah, I'm never
I've
gonna
only
poach an
ever
egg.
successfully poached an egg once in my life.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do that. I just buy it. Okay, everyone, you gotta keep pumping these out. You were going crazy a second ago, and we're about to run out. Well, actually, that's a lie. We have run out. If you want, you can default to our serious questions that we came up with, which would be picking a number 1 through 15. Never mind. Here we go.
Yes.
Guilty pleasure anime. I mean, we already answered this, right? I mean, everyone's just gonna ruin my
Have
life.
We? Guilty pleasure anime.
Which one for me?
I guess I don't even know what is mine.
I don't know. You could pick any of my animes. I'll just pick the one I just rewatched, which is the same one I said in episode 1, which is Hensuki are going to fall in love with a pervert as long as she's a cutie.
I guess my guilty pleasure anime could be Black Butler. It was like one of the first ones that got me back into anime a while back.
Black butter.
The anime is not all that great, I'll admit, but the manga I hear is really good, which I have not read.
There you go. How did we meet? Keely messaged me and was like, "How are you friends with my friend before I'm friends with my friend?"
Yeah, we met through Keely, who I met Keely through Instagram, like the anime figure community, and then Mikey just messaged me on Twitter one day, came at me about Chizuru.
Okay, Keely was like, "How are you friends with Nina on Twitter before me?" Because apparently we followed each other before that. And then I just randomly started telling Nina that Chizuru is like B tier and that Ruka is a better waifu from
Which is
from the
false.
show. That's really how it happened. I think your second thing you ever said to me was, "How dare you come into my house and insult my waifu?"
Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah.
And then it's just after that we just talked on Discord. Well, it stayed on Twitter for a while and then it moved to Discord. I don't know when. And then we would just like chat like every day.
It just cascaded into this.
Yeah, into this
whatever this is. Whatever this is.
Okay.
Favorite light novel? I've never read a light novel, but I will say the answer probably has to be like your manga sensei or something.
Just like without even reading it,
Yeah.
I know. I actually honestly haven't read that many light novels, just like around 5. and I'd have to say, oh God, what is it called? Let me look. Hold on.
Oh God. Oh no.
No, that's the wrong app. I don't want to open
Oh
Animal
no.
Crossing. Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
This is fine. Everything's fine. Don't worry,
We are
guys.
defaulting to anime so hard right now. in these
This is an
questions.
anime podcast.
Yeah, but you gotta ask us about us. You gotta get deep.
Listen.
You
we'll
you
get
can
there.
ask us anything about us, like our lives.
We'll get
Not
there.
even just our likes and opinions. You can ask us about our lives.
Okay, so all right, here. Yeah, gotta open up Bookwalker. You right. So I did that, and it's called J.K. Haru is a sex worker in another world.
Sounds
It
fun.
is a bit explicit in some parts, but it's really interesting. It's the first light novel I actually ever read, and it's about this girl that gets isekai'd into this fantasy world, but in order to get by, she has to be a sex worker, and it's very sex work positive, which I'm all about. And it's really funny, but also it gets really deep, and it just has a good message. And the friend that got isekai'd with her is a piece of shit, and it's great. She just rails on him the entire time, and he deserves it. And it's just like he's the typical anime protagonist boy, like Kirito from Sword Art Online or something. He's not even that great.
Wow. Good description.
But yeah.
Favorite movie? Is that we're talking any movie, I guess.
Yeah, any movie.
Any movie. That's hard mine are the genres are so all over the place because I pretty exclusively watch romance movies and horror movies, and they're very opposite of each other. Right?
Well, give us a favorite from each one.
Oh, that's even harder. Well, you answer the question first.
Okay, shit.
I'll say Keely and I watch a lot of horror movies, and I'll go with, all right, new, I would say Midsummer. I thought that was really good. I know Keely liked Hereditary more, but I thought Midsummer was really good.
Summer was really good.
Old, I think the second Hellraiser was like one of the best horror movies ever made. Romance movie would be, what am I blanking on right now? I don't know. You answer yours first then.
Okay. I just had it. It disappeared. Oh my God, where'd it go?
Don't worry, it happened to me too. That's why
I got it. Okay. Into the Spider-Verse. This is the Spider-Man movie, the animated one. The with Miles Morales. It's an incredible movie that I've seen probably almost 10 times now at this point.
Nice.
You just can't go wrong with the Spideys.
I'm not gonna ever think of mine, so I gave you my two horror movies. That's what you get from me.
Okay,
Yeah.
so we missed a few questions.
Okay, what did we miss?
Have you played Katawa Shoujo? I have not. Have you?
No, I don't know what that is.
That? I don't know what that is.
I don't know what that is.
Let's look it up. I'm gonna look it up.
Just let Bun tell us. I can't read.
Oh, it's a visual novel.
Oh, definitely not. I don't do that.
I love visual novels.
I can't read. I can't invest my time into reading them. That's my problem. I just can't sit there and click. I'd rather just read something than click and have to look and read, if that makes any sense. I want to do one or the other.
Brain too smooth.
Yeah, brain too smooth. Have you?
Oh yeah.
What?
Sorry. 1 second. Alex pointed out in chat, how could you forget about Miles Morales? He's right there in front of you. He is. We got his Nendo right here.
Oh, look at that. You're prepared. That's probably why you thought of it. You looked over.
I can't see him. He's behind the mic.
Upcoming video games you're excited about. Well, my answer has been the same for 2 years.
What is it?
Mine's Elden Ring, and I'll be excited for only Elden Ring until it comes out. Nothing else matters. I don't know anything about this game, but all I know is it's all that matters.
I think for me, it would probably have to be the Nier Replicant remake. I'm really excited because I didn't play it like when it first came out, like the older version, and I only just recently finished Nier Automata, however you want to pronounce it. So I'm excited to play the old one, but as in a newer setting.
I'll give you my rumors that I've heard through a lot of groups I'm in, that because I'm like a boomer and I sit in Facebook groups all day. Apparently, they've already started working on the next Life is Strange.
Ooh.
Yes, they hired a ton of people into Deck 9, and apparently they already
Right.
started it.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that'll be good. Love Life is Strange. Also, okay, so what is our greatest existential fear? Let's get deep, says Alice.
All right, explain this question to me, how I should answer this. How are you going to answer this?
My answer is death.
Huh.
I'm fucking scared to die, bro.
Scared to die. You know what's funny? I don't know how to answer. At least I don't know how to answer that response, right? I think I did too much philosophy to really be able to answer that part with death.
Too much philosophy. What is that? Just cure your existential
you just
fears?
don't scare that. You just think too much about everything. You realize nothing really matters. But like, I don't know. I don't know how to answer that, because I think I blindly blast through life so fast. I don't really get scared of stuff. I just deal with the consequences.
Alice's crippling loneliness. That's a
See,
valid one.
that's a good answer.
Yeah, I mean, and I say death because, we all joke about death all the time, and I know it's inevitable, but I just have this anxiety that something's wrong with me at all times. Like, I'm dying and I don't know it, and I'm scared I'm just gonna die
that is
one day,
true to
and
some
I didn't do
extent.
what I wanted to do. So
I don't know how to answer that. That's a tough one, because I don't think about anything anymore. I just do it.
I don't think.
I just do stuff. I'm just so busy.
That's valid.
Mhm. I'm so lost in chat. What's the next question? Other than Alex saying he was watching Vadi stuff, which is great. Vadi's great. Everyone should watch all the Vadi videos. His Dark Souls lore is so great.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody, either throw a question at us or pick a number 1 through 15.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and also to answer your question, Alex, no, she does not peg him.
9,
From that light novel that I
oh
was
god,
talking
9, 12, 13.
27. Thank you, Alex.
I told you so. People are going to start throwing shit that wasn't in the numbers. Okay, 9 is, do you have any scary stories? You made this question.
Yes, okay. I have a scary story.
Oh god.
I knew it, so I was going to say 69.
I'm surprised no one
Thank you,
said
bud.
616, because that's what I
You
thought.
fulfilled the fantasy. Okay.
Go.
Okay,
Scary.
okay. So, spooky story time. Hold on, I'm gonna.
Well, wait. Answer the birthday one first, because everyone's going on about this.
Oh,
That's a
okay.
quick one.
What do I want for my birthday? I just had my birthday on the 21st of January.
That also might be me too. Go on.
So I don't know. I don't really have an answer to that. I guess I can't say no to more figures.
Well,
anime figures.
Keely says, "What'd you get?"
What I get? This is one of my birthday gifts.
Pause
this
the
pillow.
questions.
And this headset actually is from Mikey. And what else? I got 2 Zorro figures from Alex. One's back here, you probably can't see it. And money.
Money.
And my memory is so bad.
I mean, it was a whole week ago.
It was.
Yeah, exactly. That counts. You can listen to the gifts.
Yeah, I got a couple things. It was good. It was nice.
I don't want anything for my birthday. Don't worry about me. You could just sub to our channel. Don't worry about me. Yeah, my birthday's in a week-ish. Something like that. I'm turning some sort of age.
Some sort of age. 26?
Yeah, 26. I'm going double backwards. That's how old you just turned.
Okay, so spooky story.
Yeah, spooky story.
I used to live in an apartment in Little Italy in Chicago with actually Rachel and our friend Jesse. And there was one morning. Now, mind you, I sleep with my door closed. Or I did. Not anymore. But my door is always closed.
Oh man, thank you for subbing.
Thank you,
Also,
Nim.
happy late birthday, Em.
Oh, yeah, happy late birthday. Okay. Right, door closed at all times. I wake up one morning, sleep paralysis. It only happened to me a couple times.
Oh no, I know that. That's awful.
Yeah. And it was morning time. It was like early morning, and it was kind of like gray outside, the sun was up, but it wasn't like afternoon. So I'm in bed and I can't move, and I look like around with my eyes, and I see my door is open. And I'm like, did Rachel or Jesse like check in on me or something and accidentally leave the door open? And then I look down, and there's a small child
Oh no.
hanging onto the doorknob, staring at me,
In your sleep paralysis, you can't move.
and I can't fucking move. And I was so confused because I always, close my door, but there it was open with this small child looking at me. She's wearing like a dress. She doesn't have shoes on. That's all I remember. And all I could do was just like close my eyes and force myself to go back asleep. And then I woke up and my door was closed again, like it should have been. So
But that's because they closed it.
this little ghost girl just poked her head in. She's like, "What up?"
And then you shit your pants and then you woke up.
Yeah.
Also, happy late birthday, Alice.
Yeah.
That's scary. Sleep paralysis is terrible.
Oh my god, yeah, Rachel, you remember me telling you about it? That I must have been like so shook.
When I was in college, we were a bunch of idiots. Who did punk, who were in punk bands, who were always together doing stupid stuff. So there's a ghost girl who's in not the best part of Atlanta, actually really close to my current job, that stands under a bridge, and you go there and you pick her up and you drive her home, and then when you get to her house, she disappears. That's the stupid story, right? So everyone's arguing, is this ghost girl real or not? And we're like, sure, let's go for it. And everyone's like, someone's like, no. If you're like, yeah. So we all put socks on our hands because we're stupid. We don't have gloves, and it's like 20 degrees out. It's like January. So we get on our bikes. It's 1:30 in the morning at this point, and we start riding into this not great part of Atlanta at 1:30 in the morning on our bikes. Only half the people have lights probably. So we get there at like 2:30 in the morning after playing at a playground before we get there. And of course, there's not a ghost girl, right? We knew that. And then also someone was like, "Hey, when they pick her up, we're on bikes." But so we start riding back, and we had this code. For some reason, someone made it up. It was like, I had nothing to do with this one. It was like minor and major AF. No one knew what AF meant. I think someone just started saying it meant ass fuck, but no one knew what AF meant. But this is what you yell when something bad's happening at 3 a.m, right?
Right.
So we're on this bridge, like walkway thing, kind of off the road, taking a break. And there's a homeless guy walking towards us. And someone's like, minor AF, what's happening? And then someone starts yelling, major AF. This dude's running at us full speed, screaming at the top of his lungs with his hands in the air holding something. So we got out of there in time. But that wasn't the most pleasant thing to happen at 3:30 in the morning in January. That's just the first thing that came in my head. Yeah,
Wow.
I used to run a punk house in Atlanta and do a bunch of stupid stuff and played in bands for like the first half of my life. Yep, there's my spooky story.
Oh man.
Okay, so here's the funny thing.
Mhm.
The numbers they picked are like things you already answered. So
Wait, really?
we answered the movie. The other one was your ideal D&D character. We didn't answer that.
13?
13 was movie. 12 was D&D character. I have know nothing about D&D.
Okay, but if I had a guy at my bus stop try to give me a definitely cursed item, oh my god, Alice, what?
That's not good.
No.
That's like drag me to hell.
But okay, so if you were to answer the D&D
I used to
question
go to
more
punk
like
shows in Atlanta.
if you were to be a fantasy character, like a character in a fantasy setting, what kind of character would you want
I want to
be?
be a 2-pound little blue bird that kills people with like a 200-pound wooden door.
Okay.
That's my
Hi,
answer.
Spacey. All right.
Yeah, that's what I want to be. Wearing sunglasses and socks.
Sure, it could happen somehow.
Yeah.
Oh, it was a weird metal triangle, says Alice, with like
That's
balls on the
fine.
points, made of either brass or copper, and he tried to hand it to me like he was passing off drugs. That's cursed item.
Oh yeah, it's worse than drugs. D&D. What is your character?
Okay, so
You
I
do
guess
this.
I have made many characters, not many, but a good chunk of characters. And maybe I'll just go with my favorite one that I've made so far. Her name is Captain Harpy. And she's a fucking pirate. She's chaotic evil.
Nice.
She's gay as fuck.
Nice. Makes
She
sense.
loves treasure like any pirate does. She loves treasure and murder. And in the campaign I played her, she ended up romancing one of the main NPCs
Nice.
and they fell in love. Great.
There
But
you
the
go.
big bad was after her girlfriend.
Hey,
It's good.
where'd you go to punk shows in Atlanta? Because I was probably there. Just wondering.
just wondering.
Just wondering if it was the cat cave or the frat cave or the Malden mortuary or the cuts or my house. You know, you could have been at my house at one point. The I Can Fly house, which is now a mattress firm across the street from another mattress firm. That's a thing in Atlanta. There is a mattress firm directly across the street from a mattress firm. It's the definition of gentrification.
Just in case.
They tore
There
down a
weren't
punk
enough
house full of
mattresses.
cockroaches to build a mattress firm across the street from a mattress firm. Okay, people, numbers 1 through 15, or ask us a question. Mattress firmer, yes.
Mattress firm and mattress firmer.
7. Wow,
Oh.
double 7s.
Double
Which,
7s.
of course, is the one question on this list that has to do with anime.
You guys are just psychic.
Why are we doing this? What's your favorite anime character? I have a new answer to this since the last podcast, though. I really have a new answer to this.
Okay, you go first.
It's a Ripio from If My Favorite Idol Made to the Budokan, I Would Die. Because her voice actor is so all out. It's ridiculous. I mean, like screaming at the top of her lungs in every episode, being in love with this idol. It's like so purely insane. Like love for an idol, and it's like not something you see in slice of life. Like she's just yelling at the top of her lungs, and then blood flies out of her mouth like in 2 episodes. Okay, your turn.
I just want to say, because I've been recently reading One Piece, I'm just gonna be basic and say Luffy is one of my favorite anime characters of all time.
That's fair.
He's so smooth-brained. He's such a fucking himbo. But he's so wholesome. Like in the first couple of chapters of the manga, you know, when he starts out on his pirate adventure, he's in this little dingy ass boat. And you just see him alone in this little boat in the big sea. And he's just going down this whirlpool, and he's like, "Well, guess I gave it my best shot. This is it for me."
Nina connects to a character.
Yep, it's like this is it, and I just love him so much. He's so cool, and he tries his best, and he loves his friends. You know, shonen stuff.
You know, sure. Okay, we need more numbers. Also, the mass grid got torn down. Sorry, it's now a gentrified version in downtown Atlanta.
Wait, no, we got favorite bread.
Oh, bread. Okay, and then Spacey gave us number outside of 15. All right, favorite bread. What's your favorite bread?
I like honey wheat. It's really good.
Oh, we're doing sliced bread. Okay, I'm lame and terrible white bread. I love white bread. It's so bad for you. I love it.
But it is tasty.
Keely did number 4, which is funny because that question is, where did the name Cooper come from? And now I have to answer this question.
You do.
I do, because no one ever asked me this question, and it's a dumb answer, so I have to answer it. All right, so Keely is probably the only person I ever told this to. All right, so I was one day sitting around thinking, there's got to be a way to say something's crazy using a fruit or a vegetable that isn't bananas, right? So I was like, cucumber, right? Cucumber. And then I turned it into like an adjective. I was like, cumbin. This is cumbin, right? Turns out when you make that your Steam name on CSGO and your random queue, every single person on your team changes their name to cumbin1234 because they're saying cumbin, you know, like a noun. And then they team kill you the whole game until you lose. So then you say, oh, I need to change this. So then it turned into Kuber, but Cubr. And then I get into another CSGO game 10 minutes later in a random queue rank match. And I've now deranked once already. I've now lost my gold Nova. I'm now silver 5. And then I get team killed again. And the first person goes, Cuber, I'd rather square her in chat.
Oh my god.
So then it turned into Cooper with 3 O's, and that's the story. That's it.
Oh no.
Yeah. Oh my god. We were at that show together. Most memorable show was Iron Sheik in a tiny basement. That was at Wonder Root. I ran that show. I was there. I got thrown through Mike Dump, the bassist. That's crazy.
Oh.
Iron Sheik's amazing. Just so you know, Iron Sheik 1 was my password on everything up until about 5 years ago. That's crazy. That's so insane. No, I was at every Iron Sheik show when they ever went to Atlanta.
Small world.
And Timeshares played at our house, actually, which shared band members with Iron Sheik. If you know Timeshares, they played at our house. If you emo people know Empire, they played at our house. A bunch of people from Sprainerd played at our house. That's crazy. We were at that show together. Okay, next question. Next question, everybody. I'm getting all over the place.
18.
That's not a number.
Oh yeah, you're
1
right.
through 15.
Whoops.
Yeah, 1 through 15.
Whoops.
Whoops.
If you could have an idol anime about any music genre, what would it be?
Wait, what?
If you could have an idol anime about any music genre, what would it be?
Huh. That's a hard one, right?
Doom metal.
That's not a hard one for you.
I would fucking love that if we could an idol anime
I don't
about
know.
an idol group that's metal.
Idol groups are just already what I like. They just take like some form of like a happy punk song and they just throw a bunch of synthesizers in it. Right? I'm just gonna stick with what it is.
Yes, baby metal the anime, basically. Sure.
Yeah, just guilty kiss. Okay, keep going, everybody. Hit us with some more numbers / questions.
Oh yeah, that is kind of
exactly.
like a Gretzko. Mhm.
Oh, Burger King or McDonald's? We know the answer to this one. For me, I only go to McDonald's like 4 days a week at this point. Which, by the way, they added spicy nuggets today to the menu. Trust me, I know. I ordered them. They're terrible.
Don't get
They're
the
not.
spicy
They're not
nuggies.
spicy at all. at all. They're no, but they gave me really bad diarrhea. That's it.
Oh no.
They're not spicy. It's like a 1.5 on. I was telling Nina it's like a 1.5 out of 10 on the spicy scale.
I'd have to agree that I prefer McDonald's over Burger King. I
I-
never go to Burger King. I think it's just
It's just okay.
it's all right.
It's soggy.
I mean, McDonald's is also just all right. So
Nina makes fun of me all the time because I always tell her I'm gonna get something, and I always take a picture, and it's something different every time.
yes.
Yeah,
You're like, I'm gonna get a burger, and then you're like, hey, look, I got nuggies.
And apparently it's just like funny that I even buy filet of fishes. I mean, I love filet of fishes. I love tartar sauce.
You're a
I'm
grandma.
from Boston. I have a tattoo of Massachusetts on my arm. I have to like tartar sauce.
That's true. It's
Have you ever
required by
been to
Massachusetts.
Japan or have plans to go? That's a good one because I'm going to Japan at Aqua's Final Live, and that is happening no matter what.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How about you?
I would love to go to Japan. I've never been, but I would love to go. There was a time in my life where I wanted to be an English teacher there. There's like the JET program where if you could pass the test, this is back when I was taking Japanese in college, like the class, you could pass the test and like interview and stuff or something and apply, and you could become an English teacher somewhere in Japan and you could live there. And I almost did that, but then I didn't.
Then you didn't.
Yep.
Nice.
But yeah, I've always wanted to go. Like dream.
I was
place.
telling Nina the other day, like, imagine living in a place where there's just good food at all hours of the day, and you don't have to worry about dying to go there, and you can walk there.
Whoa.
I know. That's the opposite of in every way of Atlanta.
And also, though, to be fair, places in Chicago are open way later than they are in Atlanta, so I could still order food late at night if I wanted to.
I mean, there's nothing good in Atlanta, and you can't get anywhere without a car, anyways.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
What's Portillo's favorite Portillo's order? What is this? What is that?
You don't know what Portillo's is?
What is Portillo's? Is
It's
this a
the
cheese
Midwest
land
thing, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a cheese thing.
They've got, like burgers and hot dogs and fries and all that good stuff.
This is
They've
like
got
people from Texas yelling at me about Whataburger.
you got chocolate cake shakes.
Yeah, we don't got none of that good stuff in Georgia.
I honestly haven't been to Portillo's in so long. It's
Oh,
really
Alex!
unfortunate.
Alex is getting mad because I called you Cheeseland because everyone in the Midwest gets mad because I call everyone from all my Michigan friends really hate it for some reason.
Listen, not
If-
everywhere in the Midwest is good at cheese.
If you're anywhere from Ohio to like Minnesota, you're Cheeseland. Yeah, we
Only
know it's
Wisconsin.
we know it's a Wisconsin thing, but I'm gonna call you all cheese people no matter what.
But like when you think of Illinois, you seriously think of cheese?
One of my favorite places is Grandpa's Cheese Barn in Ohio. I'm just gonna tell you that. If no one's ever been there, you should go. It's outside of Columbus. It's literally a barn full of cheese in the middle of nowhere, next to a Phantom Fireworks.
Cheeple,
Yeah,
cheese people.
you think I know geography? I can't even read. I tried to find our Minecraft portal for 45 minutes the other day with Keely, and then finally she came through the other side, and I was 2,000 blocks in the wrong direction. Okay, people, let's keep it going. Give us a question, give us a number.
There's
give us
favorite
something.
cheese.
Oh,
You missed
favorite-
it right there.
Oh, favorite cheese. That's easy. Munster.
Well, shit. I'd have to say, on a normal day, sharp cheddar.
Sharp.
But if I were to like splurge, I'd have to say brie.
So we're talking like Cracker Barrel block or brie.
Brie's fucking delicious.
Brie's mushy. It's good.
Mhm.
Oh, look, Alex asked you about me.
Wait, Missouri cheese caves?
That's a joke, right?
I'm not sure.
Okay, Alex asked you what One Piece crewmate I am.
Oh God.
While Nina thinks of this, we are debating also, but she's never seen it, which Yuri characters we are. So you all should answer that one too.
This is tough. Cause like I'm only in the beginning of the manga, but I'm also like I've never watched all of the anime, but I'm caught up with the current arc. So I'm missing a bunch of stuff in the middle.
I'll believe you with whatever you say because I'll never know anything on One Piece. Also, the cheese caves are real, says Alice.
My God. Gonna go spelunking in the cheese caves. Oh yeah, the craft singles. Oh yeah. Okay.
One Piece.
Anyway. I'd have to say
You got your thinking hand. You're doing the thinking.
maybe
doing the,
Chopper?
I don't know what that means. I believe you.
Because he's like the squad doctor, I guess. He cares about everyone a lot. He's a very lighthearted and supportive character. So I'd go with that. Because, like Zoro and Sanji are just,
I don't know what
hard
any of this means.
characters. I don't know. Maybe not so much Sanji, but you definitely don't remind me of Sanji.
I don't know what that means. Alice,
He's like the lewd joke character.
That's fair. Alice says that's all leftover cheese from the Depression. That's gross, but also probably not gross. Also, we missed, do you separate your laundry? Which is a big no for me. I overload the laundry machine and washer every time.
Yeah, I also don't separate my laundry, but that's more of I don't have a laundry machine in my apartment. I have to pay for it, so I'm not going to pay extra quarters to do extra loads of laundry.
Also, we both just wear like t-shirts and jeans, and they're all like black. So
yeah, I don't have many colors, so I just risk it.
I did ruin a lot of things once, though. Actually, I had a red something, and it turned everything pink, and I can't remember what it is. Anyways, okay, give us a number, give us a question. If you give us a number, give us a low number, because those are the deep questions. Except Nina.
Yeah, Chopper's the reindeer. He's he's sweet.
Keely says, "What is something that changed your life?"
Oh, number 2.
Yeah, number 2. That's that one.
111.
Yeah, 111.
Thank you, Alice.
We could do Alice's next. We'll just say it's 1.
Yeah. Okay, you go first on this one. What is something that changed your life?
I'll go first on this one because I was actually asked this question in a job interview like a month ago. Yeah. It was actually a really good, I was like, this is a great question. I'm going to ask this to someone one day in a job interview when I interview them. But I was interviewing for a pretty high position and I did not expect this question at all. And their version was always something that changed your life when you were young. And I was like, okay. And I thought of it on the spot. I'm like, everyone's got to answer this with some horribly sad story, right? I was like, fuck that. That's not what I'm doing. So I very seriously answered this on the spot. I was like, this is a real answer. So when I was growing up in small town Massachusetts, which is like 10 miles from Boston, because anything outside of Boston is small town Massachusetts, there's this guy. So I'd get picked up from like preschool every day by my mom's friend because both my parents worked really late. And I'd have to wait in this parking lot for my mom to meet us. And there's this guy every day who would roll up on his motorcycle. He had like multicolored Liberty spikes, like just generic punk leather jacket, pins all over it, right?
What a badass.
And I always was like, oh, that's great. That's awesome. I love this. My cousin was coincidentally older than me and was playing drums in a punk band already. But I learned more about this guy. He was the valedictorian at the high school and looked like that. And that was the moment when I was like, this is how you do it. This is life. This is the good shit. And that was like my goal going forward. And I just did it. So that's something that changed my life.
I love
That
that.
was like my high school. I'd be at punk shows till 2 a.m. and I'd go back to school the next day and have a 4.0. That was just it. That's how you do it.
All because of that one dude.
That one dude in the parking lot while I waited for my mom every day.
God, that guy looks fucking cool.
Okay, you go. That's what I told this person, this national manager of this billion-dollar company.
I think it's a great answer.
Yeah, she told me I should find him. What's your answer? Good.
See, I don't know how to answer without getting terribly depressing.
We can skip your answer.
What?
We can skip your answer. You don't have to answer.
Let's
So do something happy. I can think of happy things for you really quick. You can elaborate
Okay.
on. You met Alex. Talk about Alex.
That's true. It's actually really funny how we met. We met in college, freshman year of college. We were in the same dorm building on the same. Was it the same floor? I don't remember.
Your brain's
Either
too
the same
smooth.
floor or he was on the floor above. I don't remember. But we met, and there were people like gathered in our dorm room, and these dorms were like apartments. So there was like a living room and a kitchen and bedrooms, and there were a couple people over, and we ended up talking about video games because my games were out in the living room, and we were talking about Skyward Sword, the Legend of Zelda game, and how it's like underrated and stuff. Oh god. So that's how we met. And then we actually didn't start dating until years after college.
Nice.
But we met all that time ago, and then we like weeb out with each other over like Twitter DMs and stuff over the years. And then he ended up working at the same restaurant I was working at. And one day I was like, "Oh, I'll go to your show," because in acting classes and stuff. And I went, and the rest is history.
Now you live together and you're a couple.
Yeah.
And you're weebs.
I think has it been 3 years? Almost 3? We missed our 2-year anniversary, like collectively, both of us forgot.
Oh, Keely and I miss all of ours. Keely wants me to describe us. I don't know
my
why.
God.
I don't know
Wait,
why. Ours is
One second. Alex
second.
Also, he in college had those like gloves with the light up fingers. I don't know if you ever saw people do those, but they would like put on a song and dance with their fingers, and there'd be lights. And, it's college, so people are getting fucked up, and Alex would sit there and just do his little light show for people. And he did one for me and my friend Anna one night.
That set off the spark.
Rachel's like, "Oh, I'm going to carefully memorize this info." The rave fingers. Okay,
What?
you go.
I mean, I just pestered Keely one day until we hung out. I don't see how this is a significant one. We just started hanging out a lot, and I would drive there a bunch, and then she would make me watch anime because I never really did that up until then. And then we were both like, yeah, I like horror movies. You like horror movies. We like disgusting, gory, horrible things. That's really it. I mean, am I missing something? It wasn't super eventful, I would say. We'll wait on Keely's response.
Where did you guys meet, though?
I just started pestering Keely on the internet one day. So
how did you find Keely on the internet?
we had a bunch of mutual people.
Hmm.
I think I was doing my Instagram thing and randomly following 5,000 people. Yeah, we were 2 hours apart, and I would drive 4 hours a day to hang out with Keely.
Damn. Dedication.
Oh, Keely followed me. Sure. I don't remember. Anyways, I would say Keely would answer it this way if you asked her. The defining moment was probably this time she was really upset one night when she came into Atlanta with her friend, and her friend was being kind of shitty, and she was really upset about it and didn't have anywhere to go. And I was like, fuck it, I'll drive you home. And it was like 9 at night, and it was going to be like a 6-hour round trip for me. And I did it.
Ooh.
I did it. I think that was the
Aw.
defining moment. And we were
That's
like, yes,
nice.
this is it.
Oh.
It was also very funny because it was the day I got my custom made exhaust for my car that took 7 weeks to make, and it was so loud. And we got in that car and she was crying. Sorry if I told her when you were crying. We got in my car and I was like, hey, I'm sorry about this. And I turned it on and it's like, and it's echoing off all the buildings in Atlanta. Like I could set off car alarms with that.
Oh my god.
Yeah. I just looked, I was like, sorry about this. And I turned the car on.
It's like, I know this doesn't really match
This
the
is
vibe right
is
now,
not
but I'm
good,
about to
but
turn on my
you're not
very
going to be able to
loud
hear each
car.
other talking. I got 2 tickets in that car in 1 week, by the way.
Why?
I just being loud.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I didn't know you could get a ticket for being too loud.
You can definitely get a ticket for being too loud.
I mean, for music, yeah, but just
Oh no, trust me.
the car itself was that loud?
Trust me. We used to drive through Krog Street tunnels, me and my friends, for anyone in Atlanta, the tunnel with all the graffiti. It was very loud in there. And there'd always be people taking pictures, and we always felt bad because our cars were really loud, but we'd call it deafening the hipsters because people would be like running and screaming with their hands on their ears.
Deafening the hipsters.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Number 1 was transitioning very well into number 1, actually, from this one, which is what did we do in college?
hmm
Do you want to go? Or you want me to go?
I'll go.
You go. Yeah.
Okay, hold on. Let's cover the college first,
Yeah, let's do
then
the
we'll
college.
tackle Alice's question. Okay. Okay, so I started and graduated high school. And I was like, I want to go to art school. And so I Googled Chicago art schools and I found Columbia. I was like, okay, apply. And then I signed up to sign my soul away to all my student loan debt. And I had no idea at the time. But anyway, I majored in illustration at first. And I was enjoying it, but I also have always loved to write, like fiction writing, creative writing. And so I took a fiction writing classes, an elective. I think it might have covered one other requirements that I had or something. And so I took it. I was like, this is perfect. And I loved the professor. She was amazing. And I decided, well, what if I minored in fiction writing or something? Like, how can I incorporate this into my degree? I want to take more classes. And so I went to my counselor and she was like, well, illustration is it's a BFA, not just a BA. So it like requires more of your time, I guess. So she's like, you could switch to graphic design, which is a BA, and then minor in fiction writing. And I was like, okay. So I did that. So I was a graphic design major with a concentration in illustration and a minor in fiction writing. And then eventually I dropped the graphic design and I completely majored in fiction writing with the concentration in genre fiction and a minor in women and gender studies because I started taking women and gender studies classes. And then I was about to graduate and I was going to be short on like 1 or 2 credits for my minor. And I had to drop the minor. Otherwise, I would have to stay an extra semester and pay more money, and I was already drowning in student loan debt. But yeah, I met Rachel in college. She was also a graphic design major. We also took Japanese together.
Friends forever.
Friends forever.
Nice.
But yeah, so now I just have a degree in fiction writing, a Bachelor of Arts in fiction writing. I have the empty case. I don't have the physical copy of my degree because my school wanted to charge me $20 to get a copy of my degree. And I said, fuck you. You took enough of my money, so I'm not going to have a physical copy of my degree.
That's okay. Everyone else's is in a tube underneath the bed.
Yeah, exactly.
There you go.
Mhm.
Should I answer now?
Yes, I'm done. That was I was like
good
out of
one.
breath.
That's good. Like you started on applying to college. You started real early in your story. I went to my 7th choice for colleges because I couldn't afford to go to any of them, and I was not going to take student loans. So I stayed in Georgia. I really wanted to go to Boston University, but that was $60K a year. So
Yeah, it's a lot.
I was like, I got in, but I'm not going. Anyways, I went to Georgia State. Jess and Chad, we went to Georgia State together. And we went to high school together. But I started, I'd say, like what everyone else who doesn't know what they want to do did. And I started pre-med. And then I quickly realized, why am I doing this? So I was in a pretty committed relationship at the time with someone who did a lot of neuro stuff. And I just kind of naturally levitated that direction. And I switched to neuroscience, and I did that for a long time. And I really was interested by it, but I really hated doing it, if that makes sense for anyone who does science. I just don't like doing science, and I hate math, and I'm not good at it, right? So I slowly started taking medical ethics classes because I could, because my minor was already in philosophy. And I was like, this is so much better. This is so much cooler. This is a lot better. This is useful to my brain. And a relationship ended because she moved to Philadelphia to get her PhD in neuroengineering. And then that was like the nail in the coffin. I'm like, I don't want to do neuroscience anymore. I'm done with this. So I, at that point, switched completely to philosophy and started kind of dabbling in all of that. And I did a lot of ethics, and I did way too much of meta ethics. If anyone even knows what that means, it's like it's like very difficult, very logic based, it's like you are deciding on whether or not you can even decide if something is moral, like if free will even exists in certain scenarios, things like that. And I shouldn't have done that. That wasn't my favorite thing. I was mortified in these classes. I took a class once where it started with 18 people, and by the 3rd class, there were 8 people, and I was the only undergrad in the class. And I walked in that room mortified every day by these geniuses that were just railing me. Anyways, because that's how philosophy works. You just start talking. Someone tells you to start talking, you just start talking and hope you don't look like an idiot.
Okay, that sounds like the physical embodiment of like arguments in a Facebook comment section.
Except
you
like
walk out feeling like shit.
You're talking to geniuses who are like jobs are to pick apart. That's how you do it in philosophy. You pick apart everyone else. Like your job in a philosophy setting is to destroy what someone is saying, because if you can do that, it's not strong enough. But I slowly started. My minor also was women's studies. Yeah, I took a class with John Ossoff as my grad student. That's a true story, a government class. But I did a lot of women's studies anyways, and I just slowly started levitating towards where I ended up, which I finished with continental and feminist philosophy with a minor in women's studies. It was like super duper about. I'd say it's half about, with the philosophy side, it's half about social structures and cultural imperialism, which is the tattoos on my arms. It's actually the definition of cultural imperialism.
Oh.
I told myself I'd never be an asshole, so I had to remember that. And I just made a spur of the moment decision with my friend Corey to tattoo it on me. Anyways, the idea that people are marked out by their oppression, but also exploited by it at the same time. And then on the woman studies side, with feminist philosophy, I did a ton with girlhood, which I thought was the most interesting thing for me, because I had a professor who was very passionate about it. Just the idea that there's 2 sides of this, I guess you could say. The idea that, you should take this in the context of this isn't how things should be, but it is because it's society. The idea that girls grow up, so boys grow up into men and outgrow their oppression. Girls grow up into women and kind of don't, right? And the deep-rooted idea that we really focused on with our program was there's this flawed logic that's so deep that shows that everyone's inherently innocent, and then boys grow up and their role is to take a girl's innocence away, and a girl loses her innocence. And it's a very deeply rooted problem, right? And that's really what we focused on there for that side of feminist philosophy.
For sure.
But that's what I did in college.
I did, yeah, I dabbled in that too. That ties into how when, girls grow up into women, we don't call them women as a society, really. Usually we just keep calling them girls.
Yeah, exactly.
Which we touched on that a lot in one of my classes with one of my favorite professors ever. I don't remember any of my favorite professors' names. Well, my writing teachers, sure, but
So,
any other class, I don't remember.
if anyone knows who Catherine McKinnon is, she's a lawyer philosopher who's very old now, but she pushed through sexual harassment law in the workplace. So she's the one who made equal pay for women. So I had her colleague come into one of my it was literally called feminist philosophy. It was like a 4,000 level cross-listed grad class, just basically about feminist philosophy. Her colleague came in, and the first thing she said to us, I'll never forget it, she goes, "Who here wants to get fucked?" And then everyone just looked around and we're like, "What?" She goes, "That's a bad thing. You're supposed to say no." And then she just started talking.
Well, that's an amazing hook.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, that's what I did in college. It was very stressful. It was the hardest thing I've ever done in my life, and will always be
It's a lot.
doing philosophy.
You also went through a lot of different majors and minors and then settled on
Yeah,
some sort
I'm
of
not going to do
compromise with
science.
all of it in the end.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah, I guess girls is better than females, Rachel. I hate it when it's like females, really? Literally anything else. Call me a bitch. I'd rather be called a bitch.
I had I had this thing in college. So it was, when I would take a strictly women's studies class, you're supposed to use very neutral everything, right? In philosophy, even in feminist philosophy, you're supposed to mix everything up. You just randomize it. You literally you're writing a sentence and you'll use he, she, they all together. You just mix it all up. And I'd forget to do it different ways, and I'd get so much trouble if I used the word she or he in that women's studies class. Yeah.
Oh yeah, everyone's feeling lied to because apparently we're not actually smooth brain.
Oh yeah, I'm smooth brain. I'm an idiot. Don't worry, I'm stupid.
Don't worry, it's fine. You didn't hear any of what we were just talking about. We're still smooth brained. We can't read.
I was kind of smart at one point in my life.
It's true. I used to put more effort into things. Now I'm tired.
Fair. All right, does anyone got any more questions for us? And yes, doing science is rough. It's very rough.
Last call for questions.
Yeah, last call for questions.
Oh wait, now the murder question.
Oh yeah, what was that?
Where is it? Have you ever savored the taste of a fresh kill?
Yes, sure. Yes,
Can't
of
even
course.
read the rest.
What a serious question, of course. Every day.
I gotta say no, I haven't. I even when we went fishing as a kid, I felt bad for the fish on the hooks, and I would cry. I'd feel bad for the worms.
So wholesome. Who's your favorite Vocaloid? I don't have that. I don't think. Do you?
I don't.
Yeah.
No, I was never
sorry.
super into Vocaloids.
Sorry.
I like them. I like listening to them, but I couldn't tell you a single song off the top of my head.
I won't even go that far for me. You got a fish hook in your ear once? That's not good. Something went very wrong.
Yeah, that sounds painful. Wait, let me look up. Hold on. There's one Vocaloid song that I really love.
Uh-oh, Nina actually likes Vocaloids. There you go.
So Gumi, I think is their name. Yeah, Gumi. But I don't remember what it's called. Feels it's probably their most popular one, maybe, or one of them.
Oh, it's not even the real name.
Oh, yeah. Gomenne.
You're close.
Yeah, Gomenne. Gomenne. Gumi is an Echo. Oh yeah, Echo's a good one too. I'm just like looking at Google. But yeah, I'd have to say Gumi is probably up top for me, but even that.
Go man, sorry.
Gomenne, sorry.
Well, do we have more questions? If not, we're getting close to the end, but we're happy to keep going a little more. Do you have any more questions for us?
I also do have a second part to that spooky story.
Oh God, we're back to sleep paralysis. That's really out of nowhere. What is it?
Okay, so I used to have a loft bed in that same apartment that I talked about earlier with the ghost girl. At some point, I had a loft bed because it's a tiny room and I had more space if I put my desk under my bed. And I hadn't had sleep paralysis since that incident. And then I started having these repetitive dreams about I'd be at work, counting at my tip out. I was a server. And we'd all be sitting in the usual area. Everyone is the end of the night, counting our money and all that. And then all of a sudden, people start freaking out around me while I'm trying to focus. And they'd be like, don't look at it. Don't look at it. Whatever you do, don't fucking look at it. It was, they were like whispering and screaming at the same time. And then I'd see out of the corner of my eye, like a really tall, shadowy figure. Like I would just see its legs. And then, but I would feel compelled to look at it. But I knew somewhere like in my head that if I were to look at its face, I would be like in big trouble. Like I would be fucked. Like something horrible
Your
would
dreams are
happen.
like horror movies.
Yes.
Like just the climax, though.
And every time I had this dream, I would never make it to its face. I would like slowly look up, and then I'd wake up. Or sometimes I would sleep through it and like not wake up. But then if I did wake up at the end of this dream, I would have sleep paralysis. And this only happened maybe 2-3 times that I would wake up after the dream.
It hasn't taken you yet. You're still here.
Yeah. and when I would wake up, that figure would be at the foot of my loft bed facing the wall. Not me, but the wall. So I'd be looking at it and it'd be like sideways, just like facing this way, staring at my wall. So I couldn't see its face. And I would just be sitting or laying there, unable to move. And there was, and I'd still feel compelled to just stare at it. And it was bad feeling. Something was trying to get me. My friend, unprompted, one day we were hanging out. They were into like witchy things, and they were like, "Something dark is following you," and I had not told them about any of this. I'm not fucking kidding
Nina's
you.
still being haunted.
This is years ago, and so they gave me like a labradorite or something, some sort of stone to put under my pillow.
Did it work?
It did. I don't know if it was like a placebo effect, but I put it under my pillow for a set amount of days, gave it back to them, and I've never had another dream like that again. And I never saw that thing again.
Now it's gonna happen again.
I hope not. Also, yes, Rock Bottom, the restaurant I worked at, the basement was definitely haunted. The elevator at the end of the night would follow you up and down the stairs.
Alice said, "Have you ever seriously injured yourself? Have you?"
I broke my right wrist when I was little because I was determined to do the monkey bars, and I knew that I couldn't, but all the kids in the playground were like racing and having a good time, and so I was like, I'm gonna do it anyway, and then I did it, and I fell, and like
Nina tries to eat shit.
Yeah.
That's not
so
good.
I guess that's
at least you're
one
young.
of the worst. Yeah, I was young. Like
at least it like heals instantly when you're young.
Yeah. And I guess also I was riding my bike once, and my stepbrother and I would like do this cool thing where we rattle the handlebars and wobble the bike, and I did it going up a really steep driveway and fell flat on my face. I had a black eye for like 2 months. I was like
2 months. Nice. I could see you doing that.
Yep.
I never seriously injured myself, but the worst thing I'd say, I used to race bikes, for whoever didn't know that, I guess. I was riding with my friend John one night, and we were coming up close to like wherever we were stopping at his sister's boyfriend's house or something on our ride, and we were like kitted up. We were like full training ride. I mean, we were like 50 miles into this ride, and he stops on the stop of the speed hump in the middle of the street, and I'm not paying attention, and we're pacing each other, and I'm going like 20 miles an hour, and I just slam into the back of him on the top of the speed hump. But it acts as a ramp because I'm going up the speed hump, right? And I just went fucking flying, and I woke up like 5 minutes later with my head on the curb, my bike 20 feet away from me, and I was clipped in. Like I unclipped at one point. And John was like, "Are you okay? Are you dead?" I'm like, "I don't think I'm dead." Felt like I was bleeding out of my head. My helmet was cracked. I have a few scars on my arm still from that one. It was such a dumb crash that I probably have brain damage from now. Because I very distinctly remember it being hard to write for a few days after that. Anyways,
Oh no.
yeah. Yeah, that was probably the worst thing that ever happened to me.
Ouch.
I just rode home
I
after that.
I think that might be worse than me breaking my wrist. That sounds pretty painful.
I just rode home. There's like 10, yeah. Oh yeah. Keely knows this from a story. So it was the morning of my AP Econ exam in high school, and I was picking up. I was like best friends with all my friends' little sisters, and I was picking them all up to drive them to school. And I'm making a left turn, and I'm in the middle median. This dude just rails, like if you're taking a left turn, but he stop in the middle, to keep going. This dude just T-boned me at like 50 miles an hour, and I was economics Keikun.
It's like the advanced economics,
Yeah,
right?
you can get college credit if you pass the exam, which I did not go to because I got in a car accident. But thank you for joining us too, by the way.
Yeah,
But,
hello.
But yeah, I got T-boned, and I was like bleeding out of the side of my head. My friend had to go to the hospital. I just walked into school and just sat. I was like, "Oh, I'm fine." I just like sat down in the AP Lit class that morning. My teacher was like, "You should probably go to the nurse or something." I'm like, "No, I'm good." So I went to my next class. It was my anatomy class, and she was like, "You should definitely go to the nurse." So she made me go to the nurse, and I went back. I was fine, but I went back to class. It was our lab practicum for the cats we had been cutting up all semester. I didn't study at all because I was a senior, and I was like, "Fuck it, I don't care. I don't care if I get a B- or whatever in this class, even though I have an A now. I'm done." I got like a 40 on that thing, and she came up to me the next week and goes, "You're really shaken up that day. I'm just not going to count it." And I got an A in that class.
You were by your car accident.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I was like, okay.
You're like, that's not even why
Yeah, I'm like,
I failed, but
that's fine, I
okay.
guess. I guess you feel bad for me. That was that story.
Oh,
Yeah.
incredible.
My sister got real mad and wanted me to pay the deductible on her car insurance. But the car was she had already moved to Chicago at that point. So the car had been driven so little that the payout from the insurance was worth more than it would be to sell. And my dad was like, "All right, I'll pay you the deductible. You pay me the rest of the payments you owe on this thing." Or no, you pay me the down payment I helped you put on it. And she shut up real fast on that one. Keely says that her anatomy class was completely unventilated, and she almost blacked out from all the formaldehyde from the frog. That's good.
Sounds horrible. Oh no. Right.
That's not good, Alice. All right, I think we're done, right? I think we're winding to a close.
Yeah, it's been about an hour and a half. We've had a good chat with everyone. I hope it's been very cozy and a good time.
Yes.
Yes, I had a good time. Y'all went to class?
That's okay. We're just dumb Americans. Don't worry. And Kate Kuhn, we normally talk about anime, so next time you tune in, we'll talk about anime stuff.
We talked a little bit about anime this
We probably
time.
talked a lot about anime this time. Thanks.
Yay,
Lex.
it was awesome. Thank you.
We do it every Monday and Thursday.
Yes.
Okay, Kuhn.
Mondays we game. Thursdays is podcast stuff.
Okay, question. Actually, before we leave, should we? Thanks for following.
Thank you.
Should we
Keiko.
keep playing Visage or should we do something else?
Anime was the icebreaker,
Yeah.
but yeah, we could play Visage.
We have
that
one.
spooky
We have one
game.
episode left, so 2 Mondays worth probably, or we could do something else. If you want, we could do Outlast 2. Be almost.
Yeah, we could do a new scary. We could play Phasmophobia with some people. We could.
We could play Labyrinthine, that other game I've never played.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, it seems to be that scary is the general agreed upon theme. Y'all like to see us suffer, huh?
Okay, how about Outlast 2? That's a very intense story. Like, intense, right? That's an option.
Yeah.
We'll talk to you all later about this. We'll figure something.
We'll
spooky's the answer.
Spooky is the answer. Spooky, scary skeletons.
Yeah. Okay, Alice says something different would be cool.
Yes.
But also says Outlast would be cool. Anyways, we'll figure it out. But we'll figure it out, everyone.
Just want to get some input.
Nina, plug us.
All right, so follow us on Mahou Mikan Cast. Pretty much everywhere. We have Twitter, we have Instagram, we've got a Facebook. We've got this Twitch, Mahou Mikan Cast. YouTube, we upload our videos of the podcast and the extra bonus content on there. We also have a Spotify if you would like to listen to our other podcast episodes and YouTube isn't your thing. We're literally Mahou Mikan Cast on everything, all across the board. So give us a follow so you can find out when our next episode is, or to chat with us. We'd love to chat with you.
And yes, watch Alice play Yakuza 0, not us. Because they do that like right before we do this. All right. Thank you everyone for watching. Goodbye.
Goodbye.